Hello YouTube, Gold Silver Strength here, and this will be a market recap for August 3rd, 2020 as I review the three major US indices, the Russell 2000, Bitcoin, gold, and silver. So starting off with the daily chart for the DXY, it formed a doji touching the 9-day moving average. Right now this is signaling to me that DXY is either preparing to channel in between 93 and 92.5, or it's gonna plummet as we've seen in the past where it formed right here consecutive 6 or 7 red candles, or here consecutive red candles. So that's what the price action is telling me from the DXY. As for the Dow, it put on some minor gains today, nearly 1%. It finished the day a little above the 9-day moving average. We can expect it to continue to test new highs up to the 27,000 level. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see what the Dow wants to do. If you've seen the past two price action candles, you will have expected that the next following day will be a very bullish momentum, and it proved true. And I don't expect it to slow down anytime soon until we see a confirmation candle at the end of the next trading day. The Nasdaq, oh boy, another moneymaker. Again, another $1,000 profit from a swing trade. Again, it is if you bought any stocks or contracts options on Friday's close and you sold it today, you made some profit, and it does test the 11,000 level. Right now it's really overextended, but yet at the same time there is no real big signs price action wise that's telling me from the daily chart that it's gonna either chop sideways or go down. The S&P 500 also put on some gains today, finishing well above its local highs and formed a gap above 3281. And this is very bullish. If we look at probably the monthly or weekly chart, we can see a next level resistance. But right now, from the daily perspective, it's a very bullish momentum, and we can expect to see more of the same. Russell 2000 finished with a slight gain, but it's still channeling sideways. It still needs to test this level at 2185, but until then we can expect more of the same until there is big news that either spikes it up or spikes it down. I've covered yesterday, Bitcoin plummeted over nearly $1,000 over the weekend, but right now it's looking to bounce back from that. And so far, it has only retraced about 40% of what it lost on the weekend. So what that's currently telling me is that for the next day or two, it should look to channel sideways for a little bit until it wants to prepare for another spike up or spike down. The gold formed a bottom tail, which is very bullish, but at the same time, it didn't form any new highs or new lows. It completely engulfed in yesterday's candles. So that's telling me that it's going to chop sideways for a little bit. It's also resting because it made a large spike upward. I believe, no, it did not test 2000, but it should be preparing itself for another huge run in the short term as it consolidates for a little bit here. Silver put on some slight gain, but it's still within this huge doji. Again, it's just channeling sideways, preparing for another massive 1, 2, or 3 green candle up or red candle down. So that will conclude today's market recap for August 3rd, 2020. Everything put on some slight gain, but the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 put on pretty substantial gains, gapping upward from its previous candlestick. And from the daily chart, we can continue to expect more of the same. But make sure you also follow your trading plan and make sure that you don't get overzealous when you're making so much money only to have it reverse right back down on the next trading day. So I hope this analysis helps you guys, and thanks for listening. Are you tired of losing in trading and investing? Check out my videos where I do a bare bones analysis on just the price action. No fancy indicators, no gimmicks, just trend analysis and winning here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.